I am in Kyiv, Ukraine to do math. Haven't been here in a few years. There's a lot I wanted to say, and I was about to start recording, and we just got an air raid alert. So there's a shelter down here in the metro, so we're gonna head down here and we're gonna hide for a bit. And I wanted to say more about the actual math reasons I'm here, but I'm stuck here for a bit. This is safe. And I think now is a good time to buy some stuff, because there are some souvenirs, like I think, yeah, see, no one is really so panicking now. I mean, we have a drone or a missile coming in, I don't know which. My American friends love Putin toilet paper. Yeah, this is still scary for me, to be honest. And even though we're in the center, there still have been people that have been hit by drones and things. But anyways, while we're here, I'm going to refill on Putin toilet paper. There's a lot of specific American friends that like this type of thing. I love it as well. And even have a doormat, wipe your feet on Putin. I love a lot of stuff like this. Где Putin toilet paper? Сколько стоит? 60, okay. How about 5? Прошу 5.
Я вам зараз тільки розповім, дивіться.
Let's go.
Ця 60 і ця 60.
Так.
Але тут Путін, ну, zusammen, ну, sprechen Deutsch.
Да,
це...
No, англійськом.
Ну, розумію.
Я говорю чуть-чуть по-українськи.
Дивіться, тут Путін. Весь Putin. Putin.
Saying that this one over here, there is, you can, wipe your butt with Putin all the way down, and this one has maybe a little better design, but it's only on the cover. So let's say 3 і 2.
Okay. Дуже вам дякую.
Дякую.
Ви знаєте, тривога зараз іде. Тривога, обережно.
Oh, caution, the alert, drone і missile. Да.
Обережно.
Yeah.
Осторожно.
Я розумію.
Так, тут ходіть, тут, там не треба, тут.
Так.
Дякую.
Yeah. Розумію, yeah.
Я зрозуміла.
Дякую.
І я вам дуже дякую. Дякую.
Thank you. So she's explaining about the air raid alert right now, that I shouldn't go back outside. While we're waiting for the potential danger to go away, I like to make the best of a bad situation. So, yeah, what am I here for? So I'm here actually to give a bunch of talks on my research and to work with a lot of local mathematicians. Obviously, a lot of people here have been dealing with not so nice conditions ever since the full-scale war broke out. And I met Marina Vyazovska. She is the 2022 Fields Medalist, which is considered to be sort of an equivalent of Nobel Prize. The main difference is that it's for people under 40, but it's just as prestigious. And so she's founded a lot of flowers. Kwiaty. Yeah, but thank you. Yakui. I know as Marina Vyazovska and others that we'll talk to have been trying to build up Ukrainian mathematics. There's a huge talent pool here. Like for example, in 2018, Ukraine was number 4 in the world in the International Math Olympiad. So for high school and whatnot, lots of talent, some very, very clever people, but there can be some problems after that because they don't pay them anything and other sorts of issues. So they try to develop this ICMU, International Center for Mathematics in Ukraine, and they've been inviting, for example, foreign people. Not too many come for obvious reasons, but foreigners to come and give talks on their research and work with people.
Air alert is over. May the force be with you.
Goddamn Star Wars nerds. Okay, so I can actually get out. I'll still do the little bit of shopping now, and then I gotta get to my math talk. This is where I actually wanted to do my intro. So we're on Maidan Nezalezhnosti, Independence Square. And you may recognize this from the news. Also fairly often, I've seen news reports featuring the other side over there. And there's a new, Ya lublю Ukrainu, I love Ukraine, that's been there forever. But this memorial over here is something quite new. And I don't know the details, if it's like every single flag is a fallen soldier. But this, I guess this informally went up, and they're, for obvious reasons, not going to take it down. And I'm sure this is nowhere near everyone. I mean, you got the pictures of some of the people, but it's just more and more here. And I just, can't even begin to comprehend this. I mean, for the most part, everything here is kind of how it was when I was here years ago, and life kind of seems pretty normal, but there's reminders of war, like there's the air raids, there's things like this. I'm not so sure we're supposed to be taking pictures or videos of soldiers here. There was a guy who's very well built but was missing a leg back there. There's guards or military walking around with rifles. And over here, like, this almost kind of reminds me of like cemeteries where you just have this passage to go through, maybe to pay respects to the one you lost. And yeah, this keeps going and going and going. Also may have heard in the news the Azov Brigade, Piston, Bustava, Scar. I don't know, I don't think those are real names, maybe some sort of codes. So this is a historically interesting place as well. So 11 years ago, it's where the Maidan Revolution occurred, and there were, I believe it was over 1,100 civilians were injured and more than 100 were killed. And it ended up in the removal and the ousting of President Yanukovych, who fled to Russia. I actually really need to get to my talk soon because that air alert really distracted things a bit. But just kind of on a lighter side, there is something fun over here. There's a jellyfish museum right over there, Musée Medusa. So Medusa, that means jellyfish. Black Star Dragon Ball coffee. Maybe I'll get to see Goku or Frieza soon. I think I'll be on time. I just wanted to point out that you see these a lot of places, ukritya, so that means shelter. So there's a bomb shelter this way if we need one. I know at the Kyiv School of Economics, where I'm going to be having my talk at the, this ICMU, International Center for Mathematics in Ukraine, there is a bomb shelter. So if something happens, we can just stop the talk and run down there and we'll be safe. I really love that Kyiv School of Economics is kind of just a normal Ukrainian neighborhood that people are in. So I love this. I mean, actually I had something very similar to this in the Detroit area when I was a little kid. I know I got to get to my talk, but it's just so much fun. It was actually kind of dangerous because the one I had when I was a kid, it would get stuck and it was hard to get going, and then you could just sort of fall on your face. But yeah, right in the middle of this, locals may call it ugly. I like it. That might be, there's a guy in camouflage up ahead. This is the Kyiv School of Economics. So this is where everything I'm doing is taking place. There is some fun stuff in this building. So you can probably use this to pump up your arms before your math talk, so you look more big and more swole before it. No joke, there's a Skype room. I'm surprised this still works. I thought that stopped working in May. What about the following? If x is CF normal, is 2x CF normal? This was also an open question for a while. If you take a normal number and for continued fraction expansion and multiply it by 2, do you get a normal number back or not? I'm back after a few years now with Roman Nikiforov, who, like I was saying earlier, designed this shirt. So you may remember Roman pumping some serious iron at the Hydro Park outdoor gym. Do this for essentially non-normal numbers in the Hausdorff dimension, the sets we care about. We are in the ICMU now, the International Center for Mathematics in Ukraine, and this is my temporary office. And yeah, I don't know how much we're going to go to the bomb shelter soon, but just so we can see this right here. And so I guess you said that each of the bomb shelters is organized by the classroom, and there's an actual classroom in the bomb shelter?
Yeah. Did you show?
Oh, check this out. Yeah, here is me. That's me. That's me. Let's get a shot. Oh, okay. It changed. I was going to get a shot of myself in front of it. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out.
Be careful.
Yeah, it just says Mitsa dla ukrytia, so that's for shelters.
And so it's numbers of shelters.
Ukrytia Odin, ukrytia Dva.
One of the class. It's like the normal class, but maybe not so fancy, but okay.
So yeah, we can, it looks like someone was still even having during an air raid. Hopefully I won't have to give any of my talks in the bomb shelter, but just in case, it seems kind of doable actually. So, water in case you're thirsty. Going home, math tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll see you.
See you.
I'm on my way back to the hotel. I really need to go to the gym. My body needs this from time to time, or I kind of go crazy. So I'm in one of the neighborhoods on the way back, and like this does actually really remind me of Chisinau with all the shade and some of the architecture. And people wonder sometimes, like, you know, why do you like going to Ukraine? And there's many reasons. But one of the cool things is you can find all kinds of hidden treasures. Like I was just randomly walking through this area, and look at all this cool stuff I found right here. So this is a little art installation. I don't know that the locals even find this that interesting, but I do. I mean, clearly this is Ukrainian themed, and there's really a lot of stuff here. I don't know exactly what they're doing with the tires here. If anyone can explain this to me, please let me know. Maybe it's a little bit too abstract for me to understand. There are a few technology things that Ukraine adopted earlier than other countries I've been to, like, for example, QR codes on the menu years ago before I saw that in other places. And this gym I'm going to is in this creepy, dark corner, and you can't, there's no one even working there. You got to online, you got to order your pass, and you get sent a code by text message to only your Ukrainian phone number. And you got to get in somehow. So I got to figure out that and put this in here. The gym was okay. It was nothing particularly special, but there was another air raid that went off here, and like I don't really feel well unless I actually lift some weight once in a while, like something heavy. So I figured it was worth risking it. Roman said that it was just a drone, so not to get too scared. If it were like a missile, then definitely I should find a shelter or something like that. So anyways, there is a midnight curfew that's been enacted for a while, and you know, for those who know me, that's not good. I like to stay up and do things late, so it's like 11:20. I need to go and get some groceries and then sort of run back to my hotel. There's an air raid alarm, and I'm a bit more worried. I was eating food, getting my protein after the gym, and didn't go down right away, and I think I heard an explosion outside, and there's definitely something flying in the air. I didn't want to stick around long enough. I'd love to. Those were several explosions. Let's go down. Okay, I'm a bit more worried about this one. Something really, really loud just... What's that?
I'm just trying to remember how it is in English.
I thought missile was the first thing, but... So I guess there were... Air defense, okay, so...
This is the sound of air defense.
Okay, that's the sound of air defense. So I guess there were at least 2 ballistic missiles, and that's what we need to really watch out for more than the drones.
Do you have any channels where you can see the information?
A lot of people are trying to sleep, so I'm stepping over here and going to say what's going on. So apparently there have been a whole bunch of drones that are coming, and like some of the ballistic missiles might have been shot down, but no one's entirely sure. And there's some news articles about more attacks. They keep putting announcements over increased air attacks coming, so I think there's a good chance I just might not leave the shelter tonight and need to figure out something to do to sleep. And so apparently this is what's going on right now. So the sounds we're hearing can be something like this. Yeah, I see the like explosion. Oh my god.
Just
Like little
on the residential buildings.
mushroom cloud. It almost looked like a tiny one.
This is the girl's language.
Yeah, what are they saying?
What is his aim? The fuck. It just looks like the air defense.
It's almost 5 a.m. and everyone else is sleeping. A lot of people went back upstairs. It seems like there's still tons of drones coming. I was able to do a little bit of math with the stuff I was working on with Shigeki Akiyama, but I think I'm just gonna try to find a way to go to bed now. Well, I guess this is gonna be my bed for the night. Make some sort of pillow and blanket out of this. So I'm gonna try to get some sleep now, and good night. Good afternoon. So I slept the entire night in the shelter. It wasn't that comfortable, but it wasn't so bad either, to be honest. My understanding, the most recent thing I heard, this could be changed, is I guess 9 people lost their lives and 70 were injured in the attack last night. So I don't know what the reality is. It may change, but today I am off to meet Roman and his family. I'm on the west side of Kyiv. I've never been here before. Nice row of trees going this way, and Roman's a very good cook. He likes cooking things. He's prepared a delicious meal for me. Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing? So
Good.
You got something tasty?
Sorry?
Tasty to eat?
I hope.
When was the last attack this big? You said.
I don't know, maybe half a year.
Okay.
Last one such big. There's so many, and I think it's biggest quantity of drones one time.
Do you know?
I can be wrong.
Yeah,
but
they just kept coming and coming.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And also, that's why we hate bikers, because the bike makes similar noise.
This is totally different. We got a lot of color here. Do you live in one of these colorful buildings?
Yeah. Green
Oh.
one.
Oh, green
The
one,
next
green one. Did you choose it based on color or something else?
No.
Did you let your son choose?
No.
Відкрий глаза. Для тебе, якщо нормально для тебе, значить не спайся. Не спайся.
Hey.
Тут ти, Біл, Катя.
It's
Прошедшим, да.
okay. It's like whiskey.
Yeah.
It's surprise.
So paprika chicken. You made this Hungarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
like Hungarian. It's
Oh, it's your idea. Okay, so Olga is Roman's wife, and we have the rest of the family around. So.
Ноліта, да? Так, значить, Колечка нам сьогодні сказала, що у нас сьогодні просто паті. Включаем все. Сразу ухо закрываем.
Sort of belated informal birthday thing.
yeah,
So
like almost in month.
yeah. Oh, it's like, my birthday can be whenever, yours can be too. So
Yeah. So anyway, we can
yeah.
celebrate it today also.
Yep.
If you want.
With some cake
Yeah.
also as well. I guess this is chocolate something, and this is
It's my birthday and it's yours birthday.
oh yeah too, yeah, because mine was a month and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Try this chocolate
Alexander.
cake.
Хто має що-то сказати? Ні, без образ. Просто ми вже підемо, тому що...
I wanted to ask about what you guys did when the full-scale invasion started.
We were really shocked, and we decided to go to Germany because our friend asked us to do so. So we went to Dresden. It was really hard way to go to Dresden because of this very big distance. So it was really long time, and we were very happy when we arrived to Dresden and we can hear the silence and no more explosions. So we started living in Dresden, and it was for 1 year and a half. Then we, after that, we decided to come back to Kyiv, and it's really big happiness for us to stay here, despite of this dangers, because we really missed our home.
And it was no Roman, just you and the kids,
Yeah,
right?
yes, really, of course. The main reason why we came back was my husband.
So typically, when it's air raid, we trying to be to walls from those windows. So we lie to sleep just here, and I take the mattress. You understand, the last? So just like taking it's I'm trying to do it pretty fast, because especially when it's ballistic missiles, and just put it here, and then take kids and Olga to sleep here. Yeah, and it's more or less it's safe. At least we think that it's safer than sleeping in rooms with windows. And also I think it's a pretty safe place where we live, because there is only 4th floor. It's not the top of the building. I think it's more dangerous to live in the top. And also the part where we live in, it's no open spaces, so I think it's pretty safe. I think it's enough to stay here in a corridor. It's probably not gonna save us if it will be ballistic rocket in ballistic hit, but anyway, probably it will be also not very good in a shelter, also in beneath of in the basement of our house. So I think it's almost all that we can do in this situation.
I was so tired today after sleeping in the bomb shelter last night, and I just needed to chill out tonight. It was going pretty well. I was recovering, and then the alerts are going off again, so we're going back down to the bomb shelter, and hopefully this won't be quite as serious of an attack as yesterday, and I can sleep in my bed tonight. We'll see. But I came more prepared and actually brought my toothbrush this time. It's about 5 a.m. now, and I've actually gotten a decent amount of math done, but I really need to sleep. It's late even for me, and I think this is an even bigger attack than yesterday. Look, we have all of Ukraine being attacked. That's at 3 a.m. It's 5 a.m. now, and it's still a lot of places. And the shelter is even more full of people than before. People are slowly starting to just go up to their rooms, and I think this time they're staying here. And there are even 2 armed guards in here. I don't know why before this, so I am worn out. I'm safe here, but I'm really worn out, and I really badly need to sleep. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. That bomb shelter thing sucked last night. I didn't get to sleep well, but at least we have Santa. So what does a Ukrainian Santa look like? I guess like this. Maybe it's better for me to spend Christmas and visit Santa in Ukraine than in Finland a couple years ago. So I think we're just going to try to do some more nice stuff. I mean, there's rumors of another very, very heavy attack tonight. I just want to do some nice things. So we're going to just go on the street. There's some art exhibit. There's a jellyfish museum that I really want to see. I wanted to see it for years. And we're going to meet Roman and his son Ivan. He's going to have this Ukrainian dancing recital tonight. So let's go do some non-bomb related stuff. Behind me over there is a Pinchuk Art Center, and they told me about this at the ICMU, that this is a place I should visit, that there's all kinds of free exhibits. And Honestly, I don't really like going to the art museum as much, but whatever. Let's go to this. We'll check it out a little bit on the way to the Jellyfish Museum. I don't like a lot of modern art, to be honest. There's some other more interesting looking stuff out here. Okay, I like this a lot more with the soldiers from the war, presumably. Self-portrait in a dugout. Okay, so that's actually really cool, and I think that's much more relevant and worth seeing than a blank screen. Maybe I spoke too soon. I read on the wall there's supposed to be some special textures in here if you look closely enough, about like some old Ukrainian housing and some hut. And I don't know if this is going to show up on the video at all or not, or if I can even really see it. So this next one is supposed to be about the artist's experience in a dugout and his basic military training. So we can look in here, and I guess I could see like very specific memories and details that are captured here. It could be something actually really valuable. So I can appreciate this. There's no way I could really do that place justice on video. So for starters, let me just say I'm not really someone who's good to take to the art museum and really have a good understanding what's going on. I think I'm much better at dealing with abstract and challenging music than more traditional, well, I don't want to say traditional art pieces, but art pieces. The other thing as well is I think just my mood right now is really not aligned with what's going on there, because a lot of it is, I think, kind of very heady, deep stuff relating to the recent conflicts, which is totally understandable. And I think a lot of it, it can actually, I was maybe a little dismissive at first, but I'll admit when I'm wrong. I think there is a lot there to look at and understand if you take some time to it. But I don't know, I just spent the last 2 nights in a bomb shelter. I just kind of want to do something a little lighter, hang out with jellyfish. But even after kind of these intense nights, you see there's still people around, there's still life. This is just a Sunday afternoon, walking around, people are still out. And I think this is kind of, this is what has to happen, is that you start just adapting. You forget about all the danger. I mean, you don't forget about it, but you just kind of have to move on with your life and just live things how they normally are. So I think this is at least inspirational to see this, that there's everyone out even under the bad circumstances. In many ways, things look the same as they did before the war when I was here a few years ago. But there are still signs, of course. So we have free Mariupol defenders. So apparently there are still many of them that have not been released and are still being held by the Russians. We're back on Maidan Nezhnalezhnosti, and I was walking through there, and it's a little more somber. I saw there was a young woman, and she was crying and really, really upset. She was looking at a specific one of the flags or the photos, and I really don't want to disturb her. I think it would be very disrespectful to show anything like that. But it's very clear that she lost someone she loves, and it kind of affects me a bit. And I think after all of that, now is really the time that I absolutely need to go to this jellyfish museum. So this is, don't kill me for the pronunciation, Musea Meduz. And Medusa is jellyfish in at least a lot of Slavic languages, kind of like Medusa, but it means jellyfish. I think that's the genitive case. I think they didn't really properly translate that to English. Unless that's the one that turns you into stone. Does it have snakes in its hair? It's not a place you can really spend too long in, but it's actually really nice and relaxing, and I'm quite happy I went there after the tense situation the last couple days, so I highly recommend it. on the way to Roman's son's dance recital. Got another air raid alert, but we're very lucky. Church of Scientology is here to protect us, and Metro Kontraktova Ploshcha. Tom Cruise, David Miscavige, are here to help. The air raid alert is over. Hopefully there won't be anything more to disturb the event coming up. I think it would suck if you're a 12-year-old kid in a performance you're training for and they just go rah, 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 right in the middle of your dance performance. Everything ready? Yep. Good.
Closing season concert of the Kyiv School for Kids of Ukrainian dance, Barvinochek. So it's many different dances from really small kids to like adults almost.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be, I think it's 17 dances.
Oh, 17. Okay.
Yeah, and Ivan will be take part in 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's tickets.
У мене попереду ще купа часу, правда? Не цього разу, то іншого.
That was pretty cool, actually. So I guess it makes sense. It kind of to me was something very exotic. So yeah, I'm in a much better mood. I got jellyfish, you got the Ukrainian dancing, and so I want to do something now. It's kind of in the opposite direction. So one thing that I noticed, like you don't really see really that much sign of anything that was destroyed, like in contrary to what you see on the news. And one thing, for example, people don't want to reveal the exact location of where things hit because it helps the Russians kind of adjust the inaccuracies. So I don't actually even know myself what was hit, but there's one place that was hit pretty hard that is known and we're going to go to. And also my understanding is a lot of places that were hit, they try to very quickly fix it up and not have these marks, just I think to keep people's spirits up. So you really don't see too many things when you're out and about, and the city look kind of normal. Honestly, they did a pretty good job already of cleaning up. So I think this is the side of the metro that was apparently destroyed. At least the exit wasn't. And I think they're doing a pretty good job. I don't know what happened to McDonald's. That looks nice now. My guess right here, we have some really spotty windows and whatnot, and that looks like that's kind of a makeshift construction. You can see up here, there's more stuff that looks like it was damaged a bit. Let's go on the other side. Here is where I think we actually really see the sign of things. Like if you look back there, you can see some more collapsing in back. And if you look at this building, going up here, but like in all fairness, just with my experience doing urbex, like if someone didn't tell me that this was due to a Russian attack, I probably would just think it's a derelict building. I mean, I don't want to make fun of Moldova too much, but I mean, I saw enough stuff like this over there. But yeah, with the Oshad Bank, it looks like it's kind of boarded up and abandoned a bit there, but you know, we know what actually happened here. I don't know why they didn't clear this specific part out, but the fact is that like if this was given to me as an example of a place where there's just a lot of destruction to see, then honestly, they've done a pretty good job of cleaning things up. Like this is definitely not what you would expect to see like from, you know, the news and wars and things like that. So up here, I think this is the only thing that to me would make me think like, okay, something like a missile or a drone hit. If you look at the very top part up there, like I think it's pretty clear that that's where whatever hit right there. I guess all these windows got blown out or something. The whole top of the structure got destroyed. That's my guess. I guess it turns out I was talking to Roman, and this Metro Lukyanivska, this was hit like many times actually, and the most recent was in January or something like that. So yeah, so there's actually quite a bit of damage. I was there like back in 2020 and had some pictures from it. And my understanding is there's supposed to be another big attack tonight. I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but this is what I was informed. So I am going to take my Medikinet or Ritalin for ADHD because I assume I'm going to just be working tonight. And if there's going to be a big attack, better just to work efficiently. And honestly, if I take this late at night, it doesn't affect my sleep, so no problems there. And tomorrow is my 5th talk, and I'm going to start talking about descriptive set theory and that stuff, so I'm going to do a little preparation. It's just short of 7 a.m. and the air alert finally finished. I haven't slept at all. I got some work done at least, but there was like no space to sleep other than on like some chairs, and people started finally going up, and there was like someone over there that was sleeping like with a small baby cuddled up and everything, so I'm gonna try to get some sort of sleep now. Oh, I'm feeling worn down, so I got to bed at 7 a.m. last night, woke up around noon. I wanted to sleep a little later, just kind of laid around, prepared for my talk. For a historical point of reference, Trump just called Putin absolutely crazy. There's been a big 3-day long barrage of missile attacks and drones and all this sort of stuff, and I'm feeling worn out from this. I can't imagine living here. So yeah, so today I need to talk about descriptive set theory, and the kind of good and bad thing is there's still undergrads hanging around, which is amazing. I'm glad they stuck around, but then there's also professors, and I have to kind of serve both masters without serving no one. So I think I have something prepared that can kind of do the job. So let's go. I wanted to also work with Roman today on our research, and there's no way I can do it without any sleep. Math without sleep for me is impossible. I think I'm already running into problems. I just got on the bus without even checking the number, and I was going to get to the university rather easily, but now it's looking really hard, and no taxis are picking up. While I'm trying to solve this problem and not be late, yeah, I'm going to wear this today. I think this is appropriate. Unions preserve this, so we take countable intersections, and we get pi03 sets. But part of the purpose of this series of talks is that there are a lot of techniques that we're using here to analyze sets of normal numbers that I believe can be brought over to other areas of math. They don't normally have 3 nights in a row of all this. It was really, really intense, and apparently they seem to be kind of surprised that I hadn't ran off back to Poland, that I'm actually going to be finishing all my talks. I have one more to go, but I'm still going to Lviv after that, and I don't know what's going to happen because in the news apparently Ukraine was just allowed to use their missiles for long-distance strikes into Russia. What will that mean? I don't know, but whatever happens in the next few days, I'm still going to be in Ukraine during it. I just really need to recover now. I wanted to show you guys some more stuff around here, a lot of interesting things. I wanted to talk to people about their experiences, but I just need a day of recovery. I would say good morning, but good afternoon. I think I slept in past 1 p.m. or something like that and went to bed at a semi-normal time. There were no air raids last night. no night in the bomb shelter. I really needed today to, last night to recover from this and just to rest. And even now, like, I want to go see Roman and work on our project, but I still think I need to chill out a little bit. And this is my last full day here. I'm giving my last talk. Hopefully we can talk about some interesting future directions or research problems that people can do. And behind me is the circus. I think this is a national circus. I'm not entirely sure, but circus. And this is a Soviet monument, and they removed the Soviet star since last time I was here. And I'm just I still a couple hours until my talk, but I'm just gonna sort of chill out and rest a bit, and then hopefully we can talk to some interesting people afterwards and see how they're dealing with the situation. If you want a theorem like this condition P of x needs to be at least as complicated as the thing you're trying to get to. Stand like this, or?
I'm a bad photographer, but you two in the same t-shirts do not look good in this spot. You should stand apart.
Okay.
Yes.
Something like this, okay.
And even more.
More.
Can
If I
you
go over here
somewhere
maybe,
else?
or?
Yes. Oh, now it's much better.
Okay. All right. Can you take one with my phone also? Yeah, sorry.
Thank you very much for your
Thank you.
interest in the lecture.
Yeah, thank you. Glad you were here. Well, I finished the last of my lectures, and I'm here with Petro and Sviatoslav, who are going to tell me about how it is studying math here under these conditions. So.
Firstly, I want to thankful for my Forced Army in Ukraine, because I'm still alive and can continue and study math. And someone like Mr. Bill Mans can visit Ukraine and just do lecture for us and share his experience. And thank you, Bill, for this.
It's a gopnik. The Slavic squat.
Sometimes you need to do some work, you haven't slept in a while because of study or something else, and like you may hear some bombing, you can hear some shaheds over your head, but you will go to your bed or will go on the kitchen to make some tea, and well, if it will be too loud, you may go into basement.
I think this war just take me adult.
Teachers said like you may not be 18, but from this moment you're basically adults.
My Nikopol starting bombed every day. Sometimes like 1 or maybe 2 times a year I'm back to Nikopol.
Usually the most careful was the first year, but as time goes on we used to it.
Sometimes it's bad because I start think I can't easily visit Europe for something math lectures.
After the war began some new routine. It's something that you live with. It's really changed. Sometimes you can't even clearly say what changed, like in regards to yesterday, because it is day after day after day, not 1 year, but then you look back and you understand that your life completely, in some spheres, shattered.
I'm here with Masha Vlasenko, who is Managing Director of the ICMU.
ICMU started in the summer of 2022 by a group of mathematicians of Ukrainian origin. It was mainly Marina Vezovska and myself who started to invite people to this group. And well, when the big invasion started earlier in 2022, at least for me, the world has changed, and there was no place for research, for mathematics in the normal sense. It was approximately the same time when Marina received the Fields Medal, which was also one of the reasons that we thought we may attract more attention to Ukrainian mathematics. This is all working basically according to the plan, despite the war, and it's changing the situation in mathematics in Ukraine. We have foreigners coming here and talking to Ukrainian mathematicians, making connections. We have bomb shelters, and when there is an alarm, air raid alarm, we're just going to the shelter, and I feel safe. The ICMU project gives us hope, and it's like working for our future, or it's a statement that our country will have science, will have mathematics, and it's important for us to have such hopes in dark times.
Well, we were lucky that there were no actual attacks during any of my talks, but right afterwards, a whole bunch of you said rockets ended up coming, right, or something along these lines.
Yeah, so Bill just asked me how is it to do mathematics under attacks here in Kyiv, and I think for me, when the big invasion started, I was abroad, and I actually moved to Kyiv only in September last year, and one of the main reasons was like the ICMU project, but we're also building a new math department here at KSE. So what I want to say is that I kind of I could not do research in math anymore after the big invasion started, because this much more important problems appeared, and doing mathematics in this condition when there is a war in my country, it was really hard. But somehow when I'm here, and since I'm here, things are different. I feel normal again. You know, I'm in. I can do research again.
Well, the air alert is over. Masha's gone. We're going to leave the shelter. So I'm hungry, so I haven't really eaten anything yet today, just running around talking to people here. So let's get going. Okay, I left the ICMU to get some food. And Roman is getting some stuff from Dick Please. That's actually a real thing. And off camera, he just says he doesn't have enough dick in his life. I'm going to go to Puzata Hata and get some stuff over there. All right, so my stuff. Hey, how's your deck? Is it salty? Is it salty? So I got.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it is. Some gurichka, some chicken, and Ukrainian borscht I really love without the sour cream. So this is 300 hryvnia for all this. We're done eating. Provocateur, the best male qualities. So Roman, can you explain this? What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe it means like if some girls gonna use these clauses, so they will.
She'll have male qualities.
Yeah, male qualities probably.
That's my final day in Kyiv. My train to Lviv leaves at 11 p.m. tonight, and I was invited to some math talks at Dragomanov National Pedagogical University. Unfortunately, I found out they're in Ukrainian, and I can speak some Ukrainian, but not enough to understand a math talk. So I've just been kind of going to some places I haven't seen in a while. I'm on Metro Darnitsia now, and I have a bit of an unpopular opinion that I think the kiosks in Kyiv are some of the most amazing things. So let me show a couple examples. Like there's you can find them named after the hub. So there's Pod Hub, and going over here, what's this? We have Scroogey Coffee. I'm sure they got the license from Disney on that one. So, but one thing I've been noticing actually, even through the war and everything, still a lot of things are upgrading in Kyiv, or there's a lot of gentrification. And a lot of these kiosks, these are kind of like a rare breed, and they're going away. And I just like really appreciate just the raw, confusing energy that these bring. This is actually one of my favorite things of visiting Kyiv, is just going around and wondering about what the hell is Pod Hub, or whatever things like that. So if you want this, at least as of recording, Metro Darnitsa still has this stuff. They've been removed from Metro Obolon and several other places. I was talking to a guy for a while about some interesting things in Lviv, and you need to set up, this is kind of a long area where people are sleeping. I'm above here, and I need to put the blanket on and the pillow on and everything, and I'll try to get a little bit of sleep before I get to Lviv. It's a 8-hour trip and about 350 miles. I think I need to get up on my bed by climbing like here and here, and then going up here most likely. This is outside of the sleeping area over there, and yeah, it's pretty raw. I think it might just like empty right onto the tracks or something, but yeah, so anyways, I think I'm gonna try to sleep pretty soon. So good night, and I'll hopefully be in Lviv in a bit. Oh, I survived and made it to Lviv. And this is the National Opera House in Lviv right behind me. And yeah, that train ride was so crazy. So basically it would be like rocking back and forth at night, and like the bunks are really small, and like especially for me, given I'm a little wider, so in order to not roll off the side, I had to hold on with my hand to the side to not just fall all the way down, which wasn't good for sleep. And then also, like, my bags were too big for the tiny little space you had to put them. So as it was rocking side by side, the bags started to just slowly inch off. So at least every hour or two, I needed to wake up. I mean, I wasn't really sleeping more than that anyways, but I needed to wake up and push it back on so it didn't fall all the way down and crash. So I'm glad I took that train trip, but I don't know that I want to do it again, but it was definitely an adventure. So yeah, this trip was intense. In Lviv, the atmosphere is totally different. You know, there's still a lot of stuff for me to do here, but I can relax a little bit. And won't be too long until I'm back to Poland. So, you know, in terms of the, you know, what did I actually learn from Kyiv and everything, I mean, it was, you know, it's the same as it was before, but also definitely different. Like, you know, everything, like there's just some subtle little thing with the atmosphere, even though, of course, most people are ignoring the air raid alerts and everything. Still, it just changed something about the whole place. And so the vibe was just subtly different, and it was really draining. I was very happy to be there and visit old friends and, like, you know, talk to a lot of the mathematicians, and, you know, I felt at least I was hopefully contributing something, you know, at least with my own particular, you know, with my particular skill set. I think that's kind of what I can contribute. But yeah, well, I hope that things can turn out all right for the mathematicians there. They're working under very particular and difficult circumstances. And I think I'm just gonna check out for now. A few things I need to do here, so stick around on my channel. There's gonna be a video from Lviv as well. Atmosphere here is totally different, and usual like, comment, subscribe and all this, and I'll be happy to see everyone back at the next video, and I am out.